Scripture has conveyed that these people have taken it upon themselves to premeditatively go to extremes to hide what they're doing. That lets you know that they should not be doing it. You got to really know. Somebody has to tell you how to find these doors. They have carved images of these entities on the wall. They have these animalistic beings there with them. And there stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel. All the ancients. When he says the ancients, he's talking about bloodlines. He's talking about heads of the house, descendants from the vine, from particular tribes of the house, the heads. Those birthed from those bloodlines. The heads of Judah, the heads of Issachar, the heads of Naphtali, the heads of Gad, the heads of Dan, the heads of all of the tribe, Benjamin, the heads of all the 12 tribes' heads, all of them standing in this place. And in the midst of them stood Jaazaniah, the son of Shaphan, with every man his censer in hand. Every single one of them have a censer in his hand, and a thick cloud of incense went up. They're offering. All of them are in there with incense in their hands, with coals in them, burning incense, offering to idols and to abominable beasts. Then said unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark? Every man in the chambers of his imagery. Every man bound to the imaginations of another person's image. They are worshiping sigils. That's imagery. They are worshiping sigils, false gods, idols. For they say, the Lord seeth us not. The Lord hath forsaken the earth. They have taken on the mantle of the fallen under Babylonian captivity. This is powerful. This is the beginning of all of the nonsense, y'all. The root. God is giving us a firsthand glimpse as to what he sees. 70 of the heads of Israel, all 70, snuck into a secret chamber that you've got to know how to get into. Nobody is going to figure out how to enter into this chamber unless you've got the password. And they're up in there and they feel free. They don't feel as if no one sees them. This is a vision that the person is having. He gets a bird's eye view of what's going on. Don't you know that these entities have invoked spirits to prevent other spirits from entering into this place? What God is communicating in this is that God has the ability to see everything, no matter what type of protective element we put in to prevent other entities from entering. There's no protection from God, friend. God can enter, come, and go as he pleases. Why? Because he's the creator of everything. He created it all. Why would he not see it? There is no ingenuity outside of what God has already done in this realm. We need to really hammer that in, because I think we forget that. There is no ingenuity here outside of what God has allotted. And a lot of times it's not even what God has allotted. It has to do with what God has done. The most you can get in the form of ingenuity within this realm is looking to reverse engineer the brilliancy of what God has already done. That's all you got. You have nothing else to pull from. There is no bank. There is no other concept that you can derive. There is no counter. There is no other God that can come and give you another idea or another inclination outside of what God gives. The iconography that these people have put on the walls in this place, how do you think they came up with the idea to do that? Where do you think these people came up with the idea to put things in stone? Do you think, oh, you know what? It was a caveman out there working with a rock. He got a piece of flint and another rock, and he just was being artistic one day. He said, I'm going to carve into the wall this cow because I like to draw. I didn't have anything else to do. I'm going to carve into the wall this cow. And now, before you know it, he did it when he was 5 or 10. And now he's 100, and he sees this cow still in the rock. And he says, you know what? We can constantly do this, and this will always be this way. You think it just happened like that? No. They saw that happen through something else. Those mountains you think are mountains? Those rock formations that look weird? They saw that. They know the story of that. And they're able to say, those petrified things, possibly. Maybe that's a petrified elephant or gorilla or a person, or it looks like one. Why don't I try to do that? Let me get a big piece of rock and try to formulate my own image in that. Isn't that interesting? If that's the case, then then these images that we see all carved in rock take on another mindset when you look at them. I'm going to go deeper into that later. But I'm just telling you that none of this stuff is new.